Advances are being made in fighting all kinds of diseases. Tonight we meet a Baltimore County man who was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis just after graduating from college. Health reporter Kelly Swoop shows us how technology is helping to keep him from being silenced by his condition.
Frank Vanik can no longer walk or speak, but he hasn't let anything silence him or stand in his way.
And then he uses this bite switch. Here.
Speech pathologist Megan King-White says between the bite switch and a speech-generated computer, Vanik communicates.
We were doing a lot of lip reading, and his mother was having a hard time. I was having a hard time. So we looked into the device, and he accessed it with a switch.
He was diagnosed with MS in 1989, a month after he graduated from Virginia Tech with an engineering degree.
I began asking doctors about difficulty running and walking when I was away in college. After seeing 3 different doctors over 3 years, a firm diagnosis of MS was a relief.
By the time he was 25, Vanik was already in a wheelchair. Then 2 years ago, he began to lose his voice.
He can't generate any cough response even. He can't voice. It used to be very weak. Now there's no voicing.
Vanik's mom says it was hard to watch. Even after his disability had taken his movement, he was still very active, working for the MS Society until he lost his voice.
For so long, nobody could talk to him. They'd say, "Hi, Frank, how are you?" And he'd nod his head or say, "Fine," you know, without any speech. And they would go on to whomever they were talking to.
Vanik turned to a group of volunteer engineers, and they'd helped him configure the bite switch, often used by skydivers to use along with his computer.
I got a dynavox communication device in 2007 after a hospitalization on New Year's Day with a bladder infection. The MS had begun to affect my voice, and communication abilities had been affected. As a new focus of my MS,
using Morse code, he types in the words so the computer can speak for him. Without it, he says,
I'd be quiet more.
King-White says she doesn't believe she'll ever see a patient as amazing as Frank Vanik, and his family agrees. The diehard Ravens fan says he's just glad to be back in the game. Kelly Swoop, to your health.
Wow. If you'd like more information about speech therapy or rehabilitation programs, you can contact Franklin Square Hospital at 443-777-7900.